Mariners just played an extremely good game, though they still haven't scored a run in the fifth inning. I'm sure, over the course of a 162-game season, they'll score in the fifth inning at some point. Um, Cal Raleigh had a golden sombrero, but it didn't factor too much into the outcome, other than the fact that one of his strikeouts actually could have been a grand slam. Um, we actually had no outs and the bases loaded when he came up to bat. Unfortunately, we had essentially 2 outs right after the bases got loaded, and then Arias came up and had an RBI hit by pitch. It was honestly hilarious. RBI hit by pitch. Struck out 11 times, but walked 5 times. So, those 5 walks are good. I can live with 11 strikeouts when we're scoring runs. I don't like striking out 11 times, but it's not the end of the world. The Cubs starter, he's only in his 7th or 8th professional start. He got kind of shelled a little bit in terms of pitch count. That was, who was that? It was Wicks. He went to 0-2. He gave up 5 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned, walked 4, but struck out 6. Gave up 5 hits, 4 runs on 5 hits. It brought his season ERA up to a 5.68, which is okay for somebody in their first basically professional season worth of starts. Smiley came in. He was on the Mariners roster, but got injured in the World Baseball Classic a few years ago, and then ended up never actually pitching for the Mariners, which was unfortunate. And then Thompson pitched the last 2 innings. We had Bryce Miller. He went 2-1. He has not given up an earned run in his last 2 starts. Brings his ERA down to 1.96. Struck out 4, but did walk 3. Gave up 1 unearned run on 3 hits. It was an unfortunate error that happened on a pickoff attempt, I think it was. Ty just dropped the ball. It was weird. Thornton went 2/3 of an inning and got 1 strikeout. Munoz got 2 strikeouts. Stanek, unfortunately, gave up an earned run on a home run, the only hit. His ERA is 3.38, but remember, a reliever's ERA can get ridiculous. They give up 1 run in 1 inning of work, and now suddenly it's 9 if that's their first start of the first appearance of the season. Thornton and France both had a error. Polanco was caught stealing. Unfortunately, it was our only steal attempt. I was having a conversation with some other Mariners fans and basically were thinking that, we don't really need to steal bases. JP went 1 for 3 and walked, bringing up his average and his OPS. He also reached on an error, which unfortunately lowers the average and on-base percentage. Julio got a hit, but did strike out twice, bringing his average to 200. Ty France, 2 for 4, and struck out once. Haniger struck out once. The only one on the team who didn't strike out was J.P. Crawford and Dylan Moore. We have 4 guys batting 200 or better, and 5 guys batting below 200 right now, so not great, but it's still early. Miller looks really good. He was gonna go to finish the 7th inning, but he walked somebody, and then it was just like the decision was made. He went 6 1/3, and the decision after the walk was just, no, come out. It was a really good game, but just a hit-by-pitch RBI. It's the first time I've ever actually seen a hit-by-pitch RBI, so I didn't even know that it counted. Well, I've seen it in MLB The Show, but I'd never seen it in real life, and it was honestly one of the cooler things that I've ever seen. Since the guy was all right, since Arias was all right and everything. Super excited about the way the season is going now. Brings the Mariners to 6-8, I believe. Yeah, 6-8. And it drops the Cubs to 7-6. So tomorrow's game, the Cubs can fall to 500, but the Mariners cannot improve to 500, which, you can't be 500 until you figured out everything. That last home run was unfortunate. It would have been nice if the Mariners had been able to hit a home run today, but what I'm liking is that the plate appearances are good. Even on the strikeout plate appearances, it's been mostly numerous pitches in the plate appearance, which is great. That's exactly what you want to see is, a lot of pitches, because the more pitches you see, two things happen. You get into the bullpen earlier, and you can maybe be like, oh, this guy's doing this, and as you talk and everything. Mariners left 7 on base. Cubs left 6 on base. Leaving men on base does correlate to more runs, but it's unfortunate that we left that many on base. The umpire did really well, and I want to point that out because there's a highlight going around right now of Angel Hernandez with basically calling 3 straight balls in the other batter's box in the Astros game. Strikes and striking a guy out, and it was so bad. But the umpire did well. I think he had like 2 or 3 missed calls. We'll see on Umpire Auditor tomorrow, but overall, good game. Super excited to see how it goes tomorrow.